let's get this on the road, shall we? Let's share my information here and we'll get started. Hope everyone's doing good today. Really need to quit that. Hi. Let's see here. Oh yeah. I want to get my hair shorter. Anyway, I'm gonna share my information and we'll get started with this live stream. See if there's anyone here yet. Just starting. Hey. Welcome. Just gonna share my information here. Hi. Those Starheart overalls? Sheesh, I forget what the brand is. I'd have to guess I'd have to check. But I don't know, they're just painted jeans, really. Painted denim. I'm not sure, but they are machine washable, which I like. You wouldn't think so, you know. You'd think that these would be hand washable, but they're nice overalls. I really like them. Okay, let me share my information. So, let's see. PayPal, Cash App, Instagram, and Discord. If anyone would like to commission me for a painting, that's awesome. If not, that's okay. Okay. And Cash App. Oops. Yep. Shandog. Dowg spelled like D-A-W-G. And my Instagram, you can check out a lot of my artwork on my Instagram. It's anna.katrina.art. Ann with 2 N's. And then my Discord, Emerald, like the stone, _. Yeah. Wing, like a fairy wing, _ 13473. And I'll just, oh, you know what? Should share my X account too. Why don't I do that? All right, we'll do that. Sorry, I forget to do that sometimes. I've been using X a little bit more. So there's that. Let's see. At Ann G333. All right. Oops. And my $, Shando the Dowg, Instagram, and oops, yeah, Anna.Katrina.art, my Discord, Emerald _wing _13473. And my X account. Let me just double check that. All right, we don't want to mess that up. Okay. At Ann Oko. OQO. All right. That's my X. There we go, guys. Now I'm sharing my X account as well, just for shits and giggles. I'll pin that, and that's all set up. Hi. How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all doing good today. Meh. Oh, brother. Your red rosette from last night, girl. How are you doing, Henry? Thank you for the gift, Agna. Thank you. Clock it. I like that phrase. I don't know why I think that's so, it's so funny when people say that. Clock it. Yeah. Thank you. Baby, please come home. The children miss you. Oh, hey, Chando, I gotta open the door for him. One moment, guys. 1 minute. Need to use the restroom too. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I'm back. Okay. I'm back. Sorry about that, Chief. How's it going? You're my favorite YouTuber. Oh my goodness. Really? Thank you very much. That means a lot to me, man. Well, I try, you know. Where am I from? I'm from the Pacific Northwest of the U.S. Oh, hey. Can I sing? I wish, but I can paint. I have some talents, but I could never sing to save my life, guys. I don't even know if singing lessons would save me. I wish. Do I own yoga pants? Why do you want to know? Anyhow, that's a strange question, I must say. Why would you be interested, I wonder? I'm just folding my clothes while I answer your questions. Am I teaching? No. Well, kinda, a little bit. I mean, I share my experiences with addiction. We talk about addiction and how to get through addiction. A lot of people wanna know what my how I overcame addiction, like the early phases of my recovery, because that's the hard part. The internet surely is full of weirdos. I mean, that's just a given, man. That's par for the course. I kind of expected that. So what I get is no different than what other YouTubers get. Just imagine how much hate some of the bigger YouTubers get, some of the more controversial ones, If you have an opinion about anything, there's going to be someone who's pissed off. You can't please everybody. And why should I care what a few moronic strangers online think of me, Really. Seriously, I mean, people are so freaking warped these days. I can only count myself lucky that I'm not one of them. That I'm not, that I haven't lost it so much that I have to go online and antagonize random people, you know? It's like, just imagine how sad their lives must be if they have to do that. Watching the chat and other chats does doing this fuck your faith in humanity. Some questions you're getting in here are just strange at best and pervy at worst. I know. I mean, at first it sort of did. Yeah, at first when I started doing this, I'm like, geez. Well, I mean, it didn't surprise me, though. I'm thinking, well, this just confirms how low the general population's IQ must be. You know, this just demonstrates how dumb people are, you know? If they're just so many, there's so many of them, you know? It would be one thing if you had one, you know, here and there, but you have a lot of bored, bitter, spiteful, resentful, who knows, angry men here who probably can't find a girl in real life, so they have to go online and make women, other random women they don't know, feel like they're less than a woman, you know? Oftentimes, you know, when people try to insult me, it's to degrade my womanhood, to make me feel less than a woman. You gotta wonder why that is, you know? It could just be that people are joking about the trans thing, you know, joking around about the trans thing and just trying to make that into an insult, or, you know, it's not nice, but it is what it is. You know, I can't control their behavior. I can only control my behavior. I'm not accountable for their, you know, for their idiotic choices. Who knows? Who knows what they deal with? They might have it really bad. You notice that oftentimes people who behave that way in real life, they act so innocent. It's the people who post inspirational quotes all the time on their Facebook page and eat, pray, love type of bullshit. And then, behind closed doors, behind a screen, they antagonize random people. You know, they say mean things because they're bitter and they want to be inspirational. They want to be something. But they can't be because they're stupid. So they got to bring down random people who, you know, to make themselves feel better. To make themselves feel like, you know, they're stronger, better, faster, smarter. They're not. They're sad little people. For better or worse. But, you know, I get a lot of amazing people here, too. It's probably why I should start doing this earlier in the day again, because I get a little less of the trolling in the early hours. Just I need to fix my sleeping schedule. It is what it is, guys. Sorry, I'm a little... Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Macrella. Good to see you again. Please pray for me. I will. Absolutely. Thank you very much, man. It's very much appreciated. Do what you need to do, indeed. Trolling can be fun, but you can't entertain them. Just ignore them the best you can, yeah. Don't feed the trolls, they say. And that's good advice, you know, because they're there to antagonize and get attention and get a reaction, especially, you know. So they'd probably, you know, just go away if I ignore them. Might even piss them off if I ignore them, even better. Kind of, you know, I mean, I started this live streaming in mid-January, so I am still kind of new to it. A little bit. I mean, it's been half a year. So, delusion You're disgusting, Robin. Delusion at its best. Born male. How would you know that I'm born male? How would you know that? What about my voice? What about the width of my hips? Which, you know, I'm not going to stand up and show you. You don't deserve it. What about this? Says man. What, do women not get dimples in their chins? Is it only, like, what the fuck, man? People. Only men can have strong chins, even though every supermodel, most of the actresses you see on screen have strong jawlines. I don't know why people say that. But yeah, I'm just gonna try to ignore it. It's stupid. It's stupid. These people are chronically online. They never get out and meet real women. They expect all women to look like the characters in their favorite corn. No doubt. It's lame, it's pathetic, it's sad. You look like the only wise girl in the High School movie. High School movie. Strong jawline on women. Sigourney Weaver. Yep. Margot Robbie. Yep. Olivia Wilde. Have you seen Olivia Wilde's jawline? Let me show you what Olivia Wilde's jawline looks like. She has probably the strongest looking, other than maybe Jennifer Aniston. Jennifer Aniston and Olivia Wilde, I'd say, are probably the winners when it comes to women with strong jawlines. I wouldn't want my jawline to be that strong, granted. Angelina Jolie has a strong jawline. She's considered the most gorgeous woman on the planet, or was at one point. And she was around my age. I think she was around my age in Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Let me see Olivia Wilde, though. Just about every well-known actress has a strong jawline. And I'm not saying I'm nearly as good-looking as these women, but I'm just saying that this isn't something for me to be ashamed of. You know? It's ridiculous. Stupid. Bunch of bitter, jealous men. Anywho, yeah, look at her drawing, dude. There you go. In this photo, she's definitely accentuating it. That's Olivia Wilde's jawline, you see? She's got a very, very strong jawline, and it's very nice looking. So, I don't care what people think about about my natural features. Fuck off. Okay, Elmo's retarded. Bye-bye. That's pretty much the vibe. Low maintenance and ready for anything. What the heck? People will always look for a reaction. Exactly, Wesley. Exactly. I feel like guys look at women's faces and think of what their kids would look like. So that being said, some masculine features are attractive in some ways. I mean, why would you even call it a masculine feature when women have it too? Naturally. Women have strong jawlines too. Everyone looks different. Men can have weak ass chins too. Look at Tom Hanks. The Tom Hanks effect. You see that all the fucking time. You see men that look like thumbs all the time. In fact, I more often see women who don't look like thumbs than men who, you know, don't look like thumbs. I see men with the no chin issue way more often, but the thing is, you guys are lucky. You get to grow a beard and hide it. You know, if I didn't have a chin, I'd be screwed pretty much. Contouring isn't gonna fix that. Damn. Those thumb people from Spy Kids. I remember that. Habit, what are you doing here? I'm just answering questions, chilling out, hanging out with you guys. Hey, thank you, RC. Yeah, just, seeing, you know, testing the waters here a little bit. A lot of trolls. This is dangerous. If you go out with someone, please tell the truth when you're on a date because it can go left real quick. You suck, Robin. You suck. And you sound like a very insecure man who just can't get a woman, so you gotta call women online men. You're a man anyway. Stupid bitch. Hey, Xanda the Great, how are you doing? Am I from the US? Yes, I am. You are so beautiful. Thank you. You know, that's another thing. Out of every one man who says I look like a man or that I'm ugly or whatever, at least 10 of 20 other men here tell me I'm beautiful. So why should what they say matter at all? You know, I've been treated like I'm a really good-looking person my whole fucking life. And I'm not trying to be arrogant. I'm trying to say that I shouldn't care if people bully me or say mean things about my looks. It is what it is, you know? Men are, some of the men here are just bitter, and if it's a woman doing it, she's probably jealous. I'm in Texas. Where are you at? And you're pretty. Don't let anyone say otherwise. Thank you, Mike. I'm from Oregon. You know, there are good things about Oregon. There are bad things. I do lean Republican. I hear that our state's going red, which is a good thing. I hope so. Hope we get a Republican governor for the first time in 40 years. Enough of this bullshit. You're awesome, and you matter. Thank you, Justin. What do you think how the future would look like given AI is her? Okay, that's a funny question, man. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Why are there so many perverted questions? Hey, Xanda the Great. Doing good. This is dangerous. If you go out with someone, please tell the truth. Oh, fuck, I read that one. You know what? Screw off. Yeah, I need the engagement. Screw it. Okay. Why are there so many questions? I like answering questions, but if they're stupid questions, I'll do my best to ignore them. My dog is cute. Let me go see if he needs to go potty, though. I just heard him come in and go, Mama! Okay, 1 minute. It's only 3:30. Make myself another cup of coffee, probably. Okay. All right. Shando. Hi, buddy. Do you go potty, sweetie? Oh, you're so handsome. Let's go. Yeah, buddy. Good boy. Yeah. He's usually more hesitant. It's like he surveys his surroundings before he goes out. Don't forget to like and subscribe, guys. I'm gonna have myself a cup of joe. What should I make for dinner later? Lots of good things to have. High protein. Alright. I need to get more cream of wheat. I'll take a break from that stuff. Actually, it'd be good for me. have some more beans and rice and chopped up sausages. All right, there's my coffee. When you paint, do you wait to be inspired, or do you start and build inspiration from there? I would say both, man. You know, when you paint, you really have to practice, you know, because you do get rusty if you don't do it for a while. So I think experimentation and ideation are really good ways to come up with ideas. You know, if I were to just paint anytime I had inspiration or some sudden light bulb moment, you know, I wouldn't be as good. You know, I mean, if you've been painting or drawing your whole life and you stop doing it, like I stopped doing it when I was deep at the worst of my heroin addiction and all that. I mean, it took me a little while to get back into it. I was a little bit rusty, but gradually I just, you know, got the hang of it. It's kind of like just warming up, you know. You don't want to get cold. You want to keep the momentum. I have fun with ideation too. Yeah. Come on in, baby. Goofball. Did you hear about what happened to Perez Hilton last night? It's very disturbing. Everyone is saying don't watch the video. I'm scared. It reminds me of what happened to Brandon a couple days ago. No, I haven't. But we'll look into that as soon as I get my coffee here. That's disconcerting, man. I haven't heard anything. Thank you oh my goodness. Thank you very much. Hi. Thank you. I'm sorry I don't speak that language. I don't speak, looks like Korean. But thank you, 5589. Did I move around today? Yeah. Not as much as I should, though. I used to move around a lot more. I don't wanna get flabby arms and stuff. Should lift some weights when we get back there. I'm gonna cut my hair shorter, guys. I just think the shorter on me, the better. Not necessarily a buzz cut, even though that is easy and convenient, and you know I can just wait for it to grow out to a nice short length. But I'd like to. But then that's granted that it's gonna give me more of a masculine do if I do that. Yeah. I have my hair in this tiny ponytail because I can't stand the way my wispy hair feels at the back of my neck, and it's just, I want to cut it a little bit. I'm just considering cutting it myself because last time I went to just get a standard haircut, well, for one thing, they really try to upsell you. Do you want the hair washing treatment, which can literally break your neck? There's this condition called, well, it's very unique to hair salons. And it happens when they make you know, when they wash your hair and they have you kind of lay back with your neck sort of like on this ledge. And I'm like, when they did that to me, I felt nervous the entire time because my neck felt strained. All the other times I've done that, felt good, but that time I was like, oh dear, this isn't safe. Like, I might get a stroke or something. I don't know. You can get a stroke from that. The inner demons people face is a hell on earth no one should know, that's for sure. How did I build my biceps? Not so much lifting weights. I carry heavy things a lot. Like when I went to college, I was always carrying heavy substrates. You know, I'd have all my portfolio filled with big paintings and stuff. On one side, I'd have my heavy books on the other. I take my dog everywhere with me, so I'm, have a 105-pound dog on a leash all the time. When I go grocery shopping, I always walk to the store because I don't drive, and I carry as much as I possibly can. I mean, if you guys have seen some of my grocery hauls, it's like I'll buy stuff like yams, and I'll buy 15 pounds of yams, frozen fruit, vegetables, heavy stuff, canned stuff even, I carry a lot of heavy stuff around with me. With the, I mean, sometimes it's like I could call my dad and ask him if he can pick me up, but I'm thinking, well, I need the exercise, so I'm just gonna do this. People used to be a lot stronger, a lot more built. In the Stone Age, they theorize that women used to be stronger than your average man these days. And I'm talking like not even, like just a peasant woman. And it's because of how much people used to move those days, how much labor people used to do just to be able to eat and get by, every day it was just move, 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 move. I don't know what time people would wake up to start their day, which was just work, 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 work. But apparently, even if they looked way smaller than like The Rock or someone like that, their bones were infused with muscle. Apparently, I'm not certain. I could look into that again just to be sure. But I thought that was really interesting. I never knew that, But yeah, I just constant movement is really good for you, and I need to get back into doing that. Everything I like to do now after losing my job at the cafe, the place shut down. Okay, I wasn't fired or anything. I worked there for 10 years as a loyal employee, and they shut down. But ever since then, I've been kind of struggling to, when I take Shando out and stuff, I'm getting some exercise, but not nearly as much as I used to. I play a lot of video games, I do the streaming, and I paint, which all those activities are sitting down. So I should get some more exercise in my day, and maybe, it'd get the blood pumping, make me feel better before a live stream, a little more energy. But yeah, we were gonna look something up, and I forget what it was. Who was that person who you mentioned before? Hello, gorgeous. Keep inspiring us. You're overcoming your inner demons of addiction is truly inspiring. You're a beautiful soul. Never let your light shine down. Thank you very much. Thank you, Uncle Artie. It's good to see you, man. Shout out Cameron. Yeah, I hid Cameron Murphy because they said something nasty. Wasn't worth remembering, though, but it was nasty. Perez Hilton. I'll look that up. Perez Hilton. I haven't heard anything about him. I try not to watch the news too much. Because I'm around people who do watch a lot of news. And they're just depressed, It's kind of like how I try not to watch true crime too much, because last time I did that, I kind of fell into a state of I wouldn't even call it depression. I would say I just felt distrusting of my environment. Like anything could happen, you never know who you're gonna meet. It could be a bad person, that it made me paranoid. It made me paranoid to be watching that all the time. It is kind of addicting, though. I'm one of those girls who watches a lot of true crime. I have to admit it. I don't know what it is. a bunch of things combined. It has to be morbid curiosity, the thought of it happening to me is kind of scary. You know, it could happen to me, sort of thing. What to look out for. I find the interrogation methods that detectives use, body language, psychology, and all that, super fascinating. That's kind of initially why I got into, watching that stuff, because I was more interested in how they conducted their interrogations, you know. So, Perez Hilton, he's an American blogger and columnist. Mario Armando Lavandera Jr., known professionally as Perez Hilton, is an American blogger, columnist, and media personality. It's not showing me that anything has happened to him. He's alive. Let's see, 2 hours ago. There we go. Celebrity blogger. I've heard of his name, right? I've heard his name a million times, but I've never seen what he looks like, actually. Celebrity blogger Perez Hilton sought a new start in Miami months before his hospitalization. Okay. Hilton, 48, was hospitalized. Why does that sound wrong? Hospitalized Tuesday night after Miami authorities received reports that he live-streamed self-harm. Oh, I see. Now I get it. Now I get why that's relevant. He harmed himself on stream. That's crazy. Man, that doesn't sound right. I wouldn't want for people to see that. There could be kids watching, man. I have to look more into that just to know what the details are. I'm curious. Excuse me, Shando. I'm going to close my door in case to keep the cool air in. Keep the nice cool air in here. Now I'll have my coffee to close down. So, let's see. Let's see what the story is. Yeah, Perez Hilton. Okay. Page 6. Perez Hilton's sister arrives at his Miami home hours after suicide attempt. I don't know if they have you censor that word anymore, honestly. I've heard some people say it on streams. And I've heard people censor it a lot, so might as well stay on the safe side. Okay. Perez Hilton's sister, Barbara Barbie Lavandera, arrived at the gossip blogger's home in Miami just hours after he was hospitalized following a concerning live stream. I need my damn glasses, dude. Where did I put those now? I'm always losing this stuff, man. I'm always losing my stuff. Oh well, I might have to just make do with what I got here. Yeah. Usually it's over here. I just can't find it now. That's what happens, man. You get old, you need glasses, and you lose them. It sucks. Anywho, alright. I know, and I got 2 pairs too, man. This sucks. Dollar Tree glasses. Perez Hilton's sister, Barbara Barbie. Okay. He was hospitalized following a concerning live stream. Barbara kept a low profile and a pair of sunglasses as she drove herself to the residence, as seen in pics obtained by Page 6 on Wednesday. According to an eyewitness, she seemed to be asking cops stationed outside how she could get into the home, which Hilton moved into with his family earlier this summer. Authorities also showed up to the property and taped it off, per our source, which is standard procedure to assist the family and deal with media presence. We're told there is no active criminal investigation. Yeah. Mm, okay. Wow. That's rough. The Miami-Dade County Sheriff's Office told Page Six that units were dispatched to investigate after they received multiple calls reporting an individual live streaming acts of self-harm on social media. Like, what was he even doing? That's crazy. Okay. Well, no. Yeah, this man. Don't know what to say. That's terrible. Don't know why people would do that. Why someone would. They must have it really going on in there, because to start a live stream and to plan on ending yourself on live stream with people why would you want people watching that? Why would you want to potentially traumatize someone who, wasn't expecting that, or a young person, or, seems, I hate to say it, but just the way he went about that seemed kind of selfish. But I have to look more into that to be sure. I could be jumping to judgment a little too quickly here. I don't know who Paris Hilton is. Hello, hello. Your hair looks great. Thank you. I think my hair does look better shorter. My hair isn't, I put it back because I don't like the way it feels on the back of my neck. And yeah, I'm gonna cut my hair, plan it out. Maybe look up on Google how I can cut my own hair, because last time I went to the hair salon, on their website they said it was like 50% off. It was like $30, and then I go there and they charged me $60. And I was too much of a freaking softy. I was too much of a pushover, I guess, to tell them, hey, I looked it up on your website, and I didn't want to be a Karen, man. But it wouldn't have been Karen-like for me to at least inquire about what I found on their website, They might say, well, we gave you the hair washing treatment. Well, you didn't tell me it would cost an extra $30. That shouldn't cost an extra $30. But that's what they do when they try to upsell you. It's super sneaky, How does heroin feel? It just makes it so that you don't care about anything. And as soon as that honeymoon phase is over, where you're nodding out and you just don't care anymore, you got to get more and more and more to feel any effect. You have to, anytime you're using, it's to just not get sick. It's to get rid of that dope sickness, which is just inevitable. It feels like impending doom. You're gonna get sick. You have to plan ahead to make sure you have an extra hit so that you don't get sick. You never know when your dealer's gonna be around, so you have to have 2 or 3 dealers. Sometimes that doesn't even work out, and you have to be dope sick. You can't go places and do things with people. You gotta be completely withdrawn from loved ones and society, and going out and going on vacation and road trips and doing fun things, because you have to be within reach of your dealer. It's a miserable existence. All your money, that's where all your money will go. Money I could have saved, money that could have made me way more successful now. Probably wouldn't even be working at that cafe, honestly. That cafe totally enabled my addiction. The people around there, like the regulars, a lot of them did heroin. So there's that. No one paid attention until I was a problem. Boss didn't even pay attention. And it's funny though, because once I told him, you know, like, yeah, I'm dealing with that, it was like, I know. Well, if you knew, why the fuck didn't you say anything about it? You know? Oh, it was only an issue when I wasn't lucrative, when I was a problem, when customers were complaining about me. That was only my addiction here was only a problem when my customers were complaining. I see. And that's true. It was only an issue then. But yeah, he was still a good guy. I worked with him for 9 years, and he's dying right now, so I feel bad. Which addiction? I was a heroin addict for 6 years, and I've been clean for 3.5 years now. A lot of these, well, no. A ton of the people I worked with smoked weed, but heroin, no. I'm talking about some of the regulars who would hang out there, not the people I worked with. They didn't do heroin. I started doing heroin when I came across some of the wrong people in college, invited them into student housing, had anxiety. I had anxiety, and they offered me the foil, the chasing the dragon, and told me that it would make me feel better. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. I didn't want to feel at that point. That was a bad time in my life too. So I made some stupid decisions. Did I go to Narcotics Anonymous? I did for a little bit. Yeah, I'd go to meetings, and I went to outpatient, and I had a good counselor, and it really, really helped. Hey, Lewis. Honestly, since I've kid weed, I've felt better about life. Quit weed. Been felt better about life overall. Sometimes I miss it, but then I remember that the high is usually not worth it. Yeah. No, I probably shouldn't smoke weed either. Makes me less motivated. Makes it so that, you know, it's hard for me to resist when it's on my bedside table, even in the morning. It'd be a different story if I could get all my tasks done and only do it at night. Sometimes it works out that way, but it's more of an out of sight, out of mind kind of thing that would work out for me. I'm sober for 8 years. Congratulations, Boo Boo. Thank you, Hang with Cruz. Did you stay inside rehab? No, actually, I was an outpatient. I'd go to meetings in the mornings. We'd study from our textbook. I probably have my textbook here somewhere. Let's see if I do, actually. We can look at that together. Because they have some good exercises that were helpful. Okay, let's see if I can find that. I don't know if I'm going to find it. Okay. What is this? Oh, is that it? There's a healing journey. What's that? I got more books here somewhere that are more helpful, though. I can take that down. Ah. I know it's here somewhere. I got more of these. Okay. All right. This is just one of the books they gave me. This is the one they have for women, right? But the other books I have are for everyone, men and women, and I want to show you those ones, actually. Especially since 80% of my audience is male. I'd like to show you those books, but I have to look for them. Don't know where I put them. I have so many damn books around here, man. It's probably gonna take a little searching. A little search effort. God, dude, my ears feel plugged up for some reason. It's like you're ever driving, in the car, and you're like going somewhere with a higher or lower elevation and your ears pop? That happened for no reason. Cameron Murphy got me drunk at 13. Oh boy. Yeah, well, I blocked him, so you don't have to worry. Murphy can't hurt you anymore. I went through extensive rehabilitation inside and outpatient. A year and a half. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds about the same length of time that I did outpatient too. About a year and a half. Only reason why I stopped doing it is because this one guy, this one guy did not like my dog. He just didn't like dogs in general. I wasn't anywhere near him, but he was looking at my dog, and my dog was as small as a cat at that time, practically. He was a small dog at that time. I wonder what he'd think if he saw Shando now. Shando's 105 pounds now. That was back when Shando was probably around 15 pounds. 20 pounds, maybe. Anywho, he was just kind of glaring at my dog, and, he'd have this body language and all, and showing that he didn't like my dog being there. And I said, I apologized one time because I forget exactly what happened, but there was some interaction. Shando didn't do anything, but like he kind of flinched when my dog and I got just a little bit too close to him. And I said sorry, and he said, oh, it's okay, I just don't like dogs. And then shortly thereafter, I get a report from the counselor saying that I can't, either I don't bring my dog or I gotta leave with the dog. And the thing is, they could see I was doing really well in the class. I was one of the few that applying myself to the curriculum, to the subject matter of the class. It was kind of like a class. But yeah, I just decided to leave because, for one thing, half the class didn't want to be there. Half the class made it difficult for everybody else there. There were so many disruptions and so much disrespect, and you had people actually going and using drugs behind the building. There was that. There were probably 4 people who actually cared to be there and applied themselves to recovery. Probably only 4 people there made it. But I just figured I need to be with my dog. He's a puppy, for one thing. And he's doing me a lot more good and helping me a lot more in my time of need than... I can just take these textbooks home and study them with my dog, and I have my family here. I can go to some of those AANA meetings, and I can bring my dog there, It's all good, But yeah, that counselor I had her in 2021 when I attempted recovery, and then I relapsed. Then I had the same counselor again in 2023, and 2 years prior, 2021, she was just so warm and sweet and seemed like optimistic. But then 2 years later, I go to outpatient again, and I have her as a counselor. She's like completely burnt out. Doesn't seem like the same. She's the same person, but she's tired of it, man. She is just not in the mood for anything. She's not gonna, try to have a smile on her face or anything like that. She's just sick of all the disrespect. And there were so many patients there who were very disrespectful towards her, and just the counselors trying to help us in general, because they don't, they still have that addict mind, it's kind of warped. It takes a little while to be able to think sensibly after using a drug like that wreaks havoc on your brain for so long. How long have you been a friend to Bill W? I don't know who that is. Am I a teenager? Hell no, man. I haven't been a teenager since 2000 to 2009. Wow. I mean 2010. Rehab may be dangerous. Huh. I like your honesty. Thank you. You look young. Yeah, I'm 35 now. I'm 35. That's a good age. Y'all be safe and have a wonderful day. Lewis, if you ever need to talk or something, look me up. Smash that like button, y'all. Thank you. Dancing with the dogs. I'm sorry. Burnout is very real. I'm glad we have people with the mental strength to help professionally. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. Precisely. I get that. Are people forced to go? You wouldn't think you... I think it depends on what the case is. There are some people who are ordered there to go there by the court, you know. There's court ordered. There's, families having interventions with their loved ones and wanting them to go, so they feel obligated. And then with me, it was like, once I hit rock bottom, I knew there was nowhere else to go, so I knew it was over. The jig was up. So I surrendered to recovery, man. That's what happened in my case. I surrendered. Well, you're beautiful and your eye symmetry is gorgeous. Thank you very much, Sherry. Yeah. I'm sure also, how in one closed space with a group of people can all act the same and adopt the same, habits, methods when doing things, the same temperament, I should say. You want to find, if you go to a meeting and you just don't like the vibe you're getting, you should try a different one. I think try a different meeting, because you might not like this place, but then you try another AA meeting house, NA, and you find that everyone there is pretty cool, and feels more like a family environment than a clinic, where everybody's unhappy. Just because one experience didn't work out doesn't mean that there aren't others that might work out very well, Like, just because you have one bad therapist here doesn't mean you're not going to find a good therapist somewhere else. When I was younger, I had a therapist, and she sucked. And I gave up on that for many years before, and that was like well before I ever touched heroin. That was when I was like 20, 21. I think that was like right after my boyfriend cheated on me, and it didn't work out. So after that, I just gave up, and I'm like, it's a waste of money. After this whole thing with the heroin, I decided I'm going to try therapy again, and it worked out. I got to choose my therapist. My God, I forget the website I used, but I could probably look into that sometime. But it was really good. My therapist is excellent. I'm glad I tried again. I'm glad I gave it a chance. How is outpatient, Ann? I'm considering joining it. It's a 3 time a week for 3 hours. Yeah, that sounds about right. My psychiatrist recommended it. I'd recommend it too. Absolutely, man. I'd really recommend that. It helped me. It did. How you overcame the withdrawal effects for first few months because outpatient fails without first being inpatient. I did go full-blown cold turkey, and that was hard. Once I got over you don't have to do that either. You should have them put you on Suboxone. That's not worth it. Depending on where you are in your situation, it might, be so easy for you to go and relapse again. Just use when you're in that much pain. But yeah, I'd suggest being prepared, doing the research. There's lots of information online as to like how you can prepare yourself for when you're going to go through the bone deep muscle twisting pain of withdrawal. There's a lot of things, like there's this video from the movie Trainspotting where Mark Renton is preparing to, go through the cure, and he sets like a couple buckets by his bed, and he has all the food he's gonna eat, and boards up his. It's really hard. I think it's very important to have good support and people who care about you. Tell your loved ones what you're going through, and it kind of holds you to a higher expectation to not fuck up. I think don't try to go do it alone. Do not try to do it alone, because I tried doing that and it does not work. So I'd suggest getting a good counselor, asking your doctor what you need to get through this withdrawal, because you don't want to hurt yourself, and just see what it's like from there, man. When I was when I was going through the worst of it, I couldn't eat anything but applesauce. So, stuff like soups, puddings, applesauce is probably the type of food you're gonna need, Fruit, fresh fruit. Something that's easy to eat yet refreshing. Something that hydrates you, because you could be shitting out both ends. I didn't deal with that, surprisingly. But every other symptom I did have, I was lucky in that regard. But it was still disgusting. I sweated through all my sheets. Drenched my sheets with just cold, clammy sweat. And it rotted through the bedboard. It was absolutely disgusting. Ramen noodles, yeah. I can see that being good. Especially if it's cold out. You will feel, and that's normal, not because you are weak or something. Don't beat yourself up. Yeah, I relapsed twice when attempting professional treatment. I did attempt, to go about it without anyone knowing. And that certainly did not work, especially since I was still close friends with the other people in my life who were using. But yeah, as soon as my best friend passed away, and that really screwed me over, and I relapsed again after attempting professional treatment for the first time. I drank like a fifth of alcohol and got blackout drunk almost every day. That nearly killed me. And I'd go from substituting the heroin from the alcohol and vice versa and doing them both at the same time, and always relapsing when I do that, and waking up in weird places on the other side of town. Waking up with a big scab goatee, with my upper lip super big, told that I curb stomped myself, which is kind of weird since all my teeth were intact. Woke up in someone's bed, just some things just don't add up, and yet there's no way for me to know because I was blackout drunk and I don't remember. Anyone could tell me a different story and I'd believe it, because what else am I supposed to believe? Am I supposed to accuse this guy of hitting me because maybe I was a little too limp, a little too blacked out when he was trying to F me? Who knows? I have no idea what happened there. And that's the thing. It's probably better that I don't remember. Then again, if I had any of my faculties about me, I probably wouldn't even be in that situation. If I was just a little less drunk, I probably wouldn't even be in that situation. Did you took vitamin supplements? Yeah, I do invest in those. I do need to take my iron and my vitamin B, and my magnesium is very important. I've been trying out lion's mane. I'm not sure exactly whether or not that's super effective, but when it comes to those trendy mushrooms, if you have to buy them, you want to look for the fruiting body variety. You never want to get it without the fruiting body, apparently. Watching from Geneva. Hi, Tahira. Welcome, welcome. Can you say rip to my Uncle Hank Schrader? It's been a long time for my family. Big boss. I am the danger. Swanson's has that mood shrooms. Well, I don't know, man. I might be getting too old for shrooms. I don't feel as good as I used to on them, or maybe it's just a bad strain. I'm not sure, but I am waiting for some Mad Honey. I've never tried Mad Honey. I'm really looking forward to it. It should be here in a few days. We'll do a little taste test on stream, and then we can. It's a good brand, apparently. You know, I did my research to make sure I don't waste any money. Hopefully, hopefully it does. You know, it give me a bang for its buck. Let me see what that's like. Mad Honey sounds awesome. Yeah. Hopefully, it's as good as people are making it out to be. You know. Oh shit! Let me see. Let me see if I can track my package here, because I really want it. I'm really looking forward to it. Mad Honey, Mad Honey, Mad Honey. Okay. Guess I wrote there. Good. A natural. Okay. I want to see. So this is the Mad Honey brand I got. Real Mad Honey. It's called the Real Mad Honey. It's this stuff here. That's the stuff I'm getting. I'm not sponsoring it here right now. But we'll see. It seems to be a pretty reputable brand here. I'm kind of stoked to check that out and try it out. You had a buddy try it, almost killed him, took too much. Well, be careful then, man. I mean, I've seen the reason why I decided to just go ahead, because I had no idea you could actually just get this shipped to the US. I didn't know you could buy it online. I thought it was one of those things where it's like you can't even have it in this country, you know. It's this honey from the Himalayan mountains, you know. It's very high up and hard to get. But I came across this Joe Rogan short where Joe Rogan is letting one of his guests try some Mad Honey, and he's like, no, only a teaspoon or whatever, you know, only this little amount. You don't want too much, so this will probably last me a while. You know, I'm not gonna waste it. It wasn't as expensive as I thought it would be, though. You know. And I was on the fence. I'm like, I don't have that kind of money. But at the same time, it's like, dude, I've spent more money on weed. I'll do this once. I'll splurge this once. And then, you know, I'll just be careful with the rest of what I have. But let me see. Also, it makes good content, I think. You know? Like, let you guys watch. It's an investment. Let me see here. It was also kind of, I think it was on sale when I got it. Okay, I want to see when my order's coming now. Yeah. There's the shipping details. There we go. Okay, it's almost in transit. Not quite, but it's getting there. It's expected delivery date August 8th. Alright, that's just 3 days. I'm looking forward to that. I really am. Everyone in my comments are junkies. Why? Why are you saying that, man? I mean, okay, so I wouldn't call people junkies for talking about things like weed and shrooms, man. Honestly. I see some of those things as more medicinal. I've heard that shrooms can actually, in microdoses, can really be helpful for people going through opioid withdrawal and opioid cravings. Not for everybody. Yeah, do what's right for you, not just because other people do it, you know? Cameron's holding you ransom. I thought I deleted that guy. I don't see any Cameron, dude. Get off of it. I'm having my first ketamine therapy session this Friday, and I'm nervous. I've heard of ketamine. I hear a lot of good things about it, but I'd question it, you know? Some people report adverse effects and say that it's not everything it's hyped up to be. You know, I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna close this curtain off because that light is annoying. I'm a vampire. But anything like that's being marketed so much, I start to wonder if it's just another one of those things that Big Pharma's pushing to turn us into forever patients, you know? Like what they did with Ozempic and transitioning children, you know? Yeah, turn everybody into lifelong patients. But I don't know anything much. I don't know enough about ketamine to be able to draw such a judgment, to be honest, so I'm gonna look into it. I don't know if I'm gonna find anything. It's so hyped up, man. That's what makes me question it. But I heard that they do give you microdoses. Depends on how you take it. Okay, let's see. This article says ketamine admissions. Okay, this is Barnsley Chronicle. I've never read this article here. Ketamine admissions double as bosses warn of scary surge. Ketamine admissions at a Barnsley Rehabilitation Center have doubled in the last year, prompting healthcare bosses to warn people of the dangerous rise in the drug's popularity. Linwood, it could also be that people are abusing it too, you know. They shouldn't. Linwood House in New Lodge revealed to the Chronicle that the drug's prevalence, particularly among teenagers, has surged and issued a comparison to historic spikes in heroin and crack cocaine usage. Some admissions to the center, run by UK Addiction Treatment, have involved patients as young as 18. Ketamine is a dissociative drug that acts as a relaxant and can completely deplete users' physical health. Long-term effects can include ketamine urinary tract syndrome, severe abdominal pain, and cognitive impairment. It can destroy the protective lining of the bladder, causing severe inflammation and permanent physical scarring. A patient at Linwood who wished to remain anonymous told the Chronicle, "It is so painful I can't even describe how bad it is." It's from my bladder to my kidneys to my liver. Everything is ruined. It is my body that is suffering from it all. It really has attacked every single bodily function. They said that their addiction to ketamine had started on their 13th birthday after experimenting with other drugs such as marijuana, MCAT, and MDMA. The person's 13th birthday, dude? Where are your parents, man? Where the fuck are your parents? The person's bladder has been so bad, they said, that on some days... Yeah, I mean, This sounds like they're abusing it, for one thing. And that they're too young for it, for another thing. You know, that's the thing. If you're gonna do something like that, definitely get a doctor's guidance. Even though, you know, I think it's good to, when it comes to this sort of thing, something serious like this, might behoove you to ask more than just one opinion on it from any medical professional. Just ask more than one doctor or nurse. They said that sometimes they will go knowing they are desperate and end up completely unable to do anything about it, or for a while they suffer from having no control to stop themselves. Oh God, I wish I had my glasses. On the popularity of the drug, they said that they believe it to be the heroin of this day and age. That's a scary comparison. And stated that it is so accessible to young people because of how cheap it is, and a lot of drug dealers allegedly not minding selling it to younger people. It's probably because they're using way too much. Is it going to tell me what the advised dosage or advised mode of administration is here? The center is open to a number of types of addiction, and the work they do in helping patients recover is fully centered around community and peer support. They also have strong links to Barnsley Recovery Steps, encouraging patients to build a community for themselves for when they leave treatment. Other workshops they do include one-on-one sessions, sound bath therapies, and meditation sessions. The patient said, "Without this place, I would be dead, I know for a fact." I think the biggest thing with ketamine is it's like with any addiction. You can lose materialistic things, but ketamine will physically take you from yourself. It sounds like heroin. Sounds exactly like heroin. It is a dissociative drug, so when I walked through the doors, I was a shell of a human, never mind myself. I was detached from emotions, my personality, literally everything. You honestly don't know if you are conscious or not half of the time. Sounds like heroin. Amanda Sellers, center manager at Linwood House, said the center's noticed a rise in young admissions and warned people to be wary of its potency. It does seem to be a lot of the younger group that are using this substance, and I just don't think they realize how harmful it can be. It's scary. Yeah, young people shouldn't be doing that. Fucking young people shouldn't be touching that stuff, in my opinion. Yeah, if you're a super young person, I don't think they should put you on SSRIs or any, unless it's like a last resort, really, 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 really special instance. I think they should look into, other avenues. Like what are you missing in your life? Do you have a vitamin deficiency? Just try all the other possibilities, and if nothing works, then try something a little more serious. But yeah, leave the fucking kids alone. I know this is all a calculated attempt or effort, and they're successful in it, to try to make everybody reliant on big pharma, make us all patients forever. That's why they're really, they're not going to try to encourage us to eat healthier or exercise or, do things that humans are meant to do to be healthy, when we're having this loneliness epidemic. People don't get enough fresh air. People don't eat well. People eat too much sugar. Like, there's so many things that can contribute to poor mental health, dude. So, and it can take years to heal. But instead of educating people on that, or, so let's try some other possible means of recovery here or whatever. They got to put you on a pill first. They got to put you on SSRIs immediately. And I think that's because they want your money, and that's it. That's it. Wow. Yeah, well, that's that article right there. I've heard people say good things. I've heard people say bad things. But let's see. Drugs.com says ketamine is a dissociative anesthetic used in medical procedures to put you to sleep for surgery and to prevent pain and discomfort. Ketamine for depression and anxiety is currently being researched using lower doses. Ketamine is also a drug of abuse that is used illegally. When used for anesthesia, ketamine given as an intravenous injection or as an intramuscular injection, ketamine is an NMDA receptor antagonist. Yeah, there's a lot of different opinions on it. Just be careful. I'd be hesitant. If I were considering something like that, I'd definitely do a ton of research. But I wish you luck, man. I hope it helps you. Yeah, I'm not a junkie. I smoke weed and do mushrooms and never done anything else. It's been great. Yeah, I wouldn't consider you a junkie at all. If anyone says that, then they're probably some ignorant boomer or something. I don't know. Someone who doesn't know anything about drug addiction. Shrooms aren't necessarily addictive. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe some people can get addicted to them. I've never met anyone who was addicted to shrooms. Hey, Jamie James. It's going good. How are you doing? Big Boss is Cameron. You ban me, ban Big Boss. It's Cameron. Okay. Yeah, well, if they're going to be a pain in the ass, then, you know how it is. Oh, Big Boss. I see. Big Boss can go to hell. My chin is not an ass chin, but whatever. It's not even like a line or anything. It's a dimple. There are a ton of really hot celebrities with chin dimples too, So, add structure to the face. All it is, it's a birth defect. It basically means that my chin didn't fuse all the way in utero. But oftentimes, you'll notice that people with dimples are attractive. They often have good structure to their jaw and all that, to their face in general, So I don't have a problem with my dimple, It is what it is. I did drugs for 23 years to escape reality. Now I'm doing well. Well, I'm proud of you and Tyranny. That sounds really rough. 23 years. That's like, man, that's like 4 times longer than my addiction. That's crazy. I'm really glad you're doing well, man. And we need people like you on my channel because you prove that we do recover. Thank you. I'm hopeful about it. And yeah, my psych said that she would like to see the results of the ketamine before we try another type of medication. I see. Well, that's good. That's good. You know, so long as you have good guidance, you know, and, you know, not just, I mean, there are some things I've tried which, you know, I wish I would have gotten better guidance. So I'm really I'm rooting for you, you know, to feel better and to heal well. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Dusty. Wow. Thank you. That's a big donation, man. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. Oh, believe me, Alex. I'm grateful, all right. Oh, I'm grateful, man. Very much so. Thank you. Yeah. Man, I don't know how it happened, but like, you know, it's you know, it's probably just because I wasn't that, there were a couple months where I was less productive, and it probably did kind of mess with my momentum. But yeah, I'm working it back up, and I really appreciate that. That really, really helps, Dusty. Thank you. Have a challenge for you. If you accept, if you don't want to, you can keep the dono. Well, what kind of challenge do you have for me? I'm all ears, or eyes, I should say. Hell yeah, I saw a flyer for a mushroom club, but wasn't too sure if it was that type of mushroom. Yeah, what challenge do you have in mind, Dusty? I'm curious. If I can do it. Okay. Well, I am waiting on that challenge. So if you propose it, I'll consider definitely. You want to have a look at my Monster High collection on the wall? Sure. Sure. Let me get my light here because I probably gonna need that. Here we go. Turn that around. Yeah, here's I got a bunch of monster. I got Elvira, and I've got Wednesday. I've got Cleo Denial. I've got some werewolves. I've got the Ghoulia. I've got the dragon, the Fireboy, Mermaid Girl, Werewolf Girl, Gorgon guy, Clown Girl, Frankenstein Girl, Dracula Girl, kind of hidden over there. Venus McFlytrap, Abominable Snowman Girl, Vondergeist. I like her. She has see-through limbs. And the Cat Girl. Got a bunch of BJD dolls here. And I've got some collectible Monster High dolls. I've got the Creature from the Black Lagoon. I've got Day of the Dead. Another Frankenstein, but more of a collector's, and another mermaid girly. And that's those are all my Monster High dolls. You know, everything else is BJD and some Barbie dolls. Yeah, all good. I'm sorry, let me see here. Oh, okay, one sec. 13 YouTubers have done it so far. Oh, I gotta get my light. Ay, I almost broke my cup. There we go. 13 YouTubers have done it so far, and it's gotten a lot of views and good-natured laughs from viewers. Well, that sounds good to me. All right, what would it be? It's called the Smelly Sock Challenge. You have to smell your socks for 1 second for every dollar in the dono. Okay, I'll do that. And that's easier than I thought, man. Let me see if I can find a dirty sock. I don't know. If I can't find a dirty sock, I'll do it next time, okay? Because I'm not going to be fake, guys. All right? I'm not going to fake it. We're going to, for real. You guys are going to get my reaction, okay? Let me look in all my shoes. I might have a sock buried deep in one of my shoes. If that's the case, then that's A plus. You know, it's been marinating in there for a while. Let me see. Is that a dirty sock? That might be a clean sock that just fell out of my clothes basket. Now that's clean. That smells like laundry detergent. Okay, let's see if I can find one. Ooh. Some clothes I forgot to wash. Oh, okay, not that. Looking for some dirty socks. Nope. That's not it. Ah, guys. Okay, you know what? I gotta use the restroom again. I'll be right back, okay? Excuse me, Canada. I'll be right back. Let's go look for a filthy sock. If I can't find one, then we'll do it next time. Definitely. A dirty sock? Nope. That one's clean. Yeah, I'm just too good about doing my laundry, guys. Hey, does the smell in my sandal count? Let me see. Nah, doesn't count. I know, I've got to have one here somewhere that slipped. Okay, that sock's in there. Looking in my Doc Martens here. No, nothing in there. Okay, nothing in there, man. Jesus. Okay, nothing in there. Okay. I'm not finding any dirty socks, guys. Okay, that shouldn't be there. Put that away. That later. Yeah. I don't know, man. You might not find a pair of dirty socks right now. Is that dirty? Nope. Well, we're trying. Got any dirty socks in these shoes? Let's see here. I'm not finding any. So maybe next time. Yeah, I doubt I'm gonna find any here. I'm usually pretty good about washing my socks and stuff. Yeah, next time, guys. I don't want to cheat. Yeah. I'm not gonna cheat next time. Next time I'll do that. Okay? Alright. Next time. But thank you. I appreciate the challenge too, man. That's, you know, keep things exciting. Do I have a tennis shoe sneaker? Okay, fine. We'll do that. How about the most used shoe I have? Okay, we'll do this. Okay. All right. Yeah, well, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Well, no shit. You know, if it has anything to do with feet, we know that there's gonna be someone pervy here, but we're all adults. It smells like flowers, guys. I have good smelling feet. Okay. And I think it's ridiculous for me to smell this 50 times, okay? But, okay, wait. Okay. I'll smell it. How about this? How about this, guys? We'll try each and every one of my shoes, and I'll tell you which one smells the worst. That one smelled worse. That one smelled worse. Wow. Right back. Get my Doc Martens here. There we go. Been a while since I've worn these. Those just smell like nice leather. I like the smell of fresh leather, real leather. Okay, let's see. One more pair of shoes we have here I can try out. Here's another, my Dorothy sneakers. Okay, just smells like a used shoe. Let's try my sandals that I wear around the house every day. Okay, yeah, those smell more like dirty socks than the other ones. But yeah, that's it. Cool story, bro. Doc Martens, are you a punk rocker? I just think they're really good quality shoes, you know. Did you ever watch the movie Amelie? Amelie? The French movie? Where the girl hides some treasure for her future lover to find, I guess. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie, but where was I? Oh yeah, she had Doc Martens on. You know? I was looking, I got my first pair of Doc Martens right after watching that movie and seeing her shoes and thinking I want some shoes like that, and looking up what shoes did Amelie wear, and they were Doc Martens. They were the low ones though, not the high rise Doc Martens. What is it, buddy? Just a sec. You getting hungry, boy? Let's put on these and go help my boy out. But he's getting hungry. It is a really good film. It's one of the best. One of them. It's a good one. Okay, Shando. Okay, fine. All right. Let's go make some dinner. Dinner. You hungry, boy? I'll bet. Just making messes. Okay. What is that? It smells like something burning. Could it be outside? Okay, it looks like someone burnt some boxes out there. Never mind. I was like, what's that smell? Washing my hands good here. Okay. Let's see here. What's that? Wash it. Get you some food, buddy. Cook up some sausage. What's up? Alright. Get our rice. Sausage. Hey, buddy. I'll get you some food. You're such a good boy. You deserve all the best. Some butter. Okay, buddy. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's for you. Yeah. Ooh, it's nice and full for you. Okay, that's Shando's food. Start the sausage first. You're such a good boy, Shando. Yes, you're gonna get some good food, honey. Having some chicken sausage with some leftover beans and rice here. Don't have that many beans, but we're gonna try to expand it. Keep it going. It's gonna be good. And use that butter again. Get my boy some food. Okay, kiddo. What else? What else? What else? That's all I want. My favorite hot sauce. The good stuff. Those are cooking real fast there. Maybe I should have done those after the egg, actually. Let's see. Too hot. What's up? It's nice to see all of your facets from politics to cooking. Hi, how's it going, Chris Max? Yum. Hope you're doing good. Okay. It's nice to see you. What challenge? You know, my plug was a female. I've had one male plug, though. Didn't have them for very long. But, you know, I'm a bit of a recluse. It's hard for me to get it, you know, break out of my shell. That's the thing, you know. It's not that. You know. It's also the fact that I'm here helping my family out, and I feel kind of bad just, you know, going off somewhere when they need my help, you know what I mean? It's kind of just trying to make do with what I have right now and save my money and hopefully get to have a future at some point. You know, have my own kids someday, you know. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Hope it works out. Doing my best. Been 3.5 years clean, so I'd say that I'm past that point where I'm identified by my addiction. I think I've earned it. I'll be right back, guys. Let that cook. I'll be right back. Okay, guys. Pick that up. Shanda, we need to walk more. You. All right, get my rice. A little bit of hot sauce on that. I'm sure that needs more salt. God, that thing's like, how'd that break off? Jesus. Okay. Open up that. What is it, buddy? Who you barking at? Who you barking at, kiddo? You need to go out? 1, 2, 3. Okay. You're not gonna go out. You're close to me. I just let you out, buddy. Don't want you barking at the neighbors. Put this. Is that hot enough? Good. Let's start that egg. Flip, flip. Hi. What's up? Thank you, Chris Max. Okay, let me read some of this, guys. Sorry, I got nothing to wipe my hands on here. You are beautiful, self-determined, self-aware. Clean is not in my vocabulary to describe what you went through. You're a real human being with all its honest vulnerability and self-healing abilities. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. That's very kind of you to say to me. Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna have that. A little bit of hot sauce on the egg. Yep. Hey, buddy. All right, dinner's done. Just some meat on some rice with an egg. Yeah. Afterwards, we can answer questions, read the Bible a little bit, and then I'm gonna end the live stream. I'm gonna take my Shando out with the walk. We need to exercise, Shando. But you know, it's also that time of the month. Okay, anyway, this is good stuff. Mac and cheese is good. Haven't had that in ages. I'd make a baked mac and cheese. This is Mama's food, honey. Thank you. It's good. It's just a little bit of rice with some little bit of leftover beans and some chopped up chicken sausage and an egg on top with some of that green habanero sauce. Is pretty good. I haven't had a real steak in a long time either. Pretty good. Pretty damn good, guys. Can't complain. And Shando, if you don't go for a walk with me because you're a scaredy cat, I'm gonna go without you. I want to take him though. He needs exercise. And I feel bad if I don't. You know what? I should give him some valerian root right now, just in case. Last time I gave him valerian root, he was fine to go for a walk with me, but my dog has a bit of shell shock from the 4th of July. It's taking him forever to get over it. Let me see, buddy. Let's see where your supplements are. Supplements. Where are they? Where are his supplements? Okay. Well, I guess I gotta look all over the place for them, huh? Where are they? Okay, let me finish my food first, okay, bud? Because we don't want that to get cold. I'm gonna look for his supplements and give him some valerian root. Pretty good. Not bad. Thank you for the kiss, Shando. He knows he's a good boy. Well, look for your supplements, buddy. 1 minute. Maybe it's over here? No, it's not. I gotta look for them, buddy. 1 minute. Let's look for some supplement for Buddy. Is he on the floor? Nope, not there. Usually we do have them around here somewhere. No, I don't know why I can't find them. Oh, we have a supplement right here for you. You can have one of these. Same type of thing, buddy. Let's see, how many do you get? I'm guessing you get 4. Yep. Okay, but you're gonna have it with a half a capsule of valerian root, okay? You're gonna thank me. And you're having too much here. I'll have the other half. Okay. Let's see. You're a big boy. I don't want to give you too much. Okay. You guys want to watch Shando get his valerian root supplement? Sorry, guys. Sorry about that, Chief. Okay, now, here, have one of these first, okay? Yeah, you know it, okay. Okay, wait. Here, just give you this. Okay, wait, oh, up, there you go. Okay, get the whole thing, yeah, you got it. Good boy. Good boy. Little Morse, a chicken. Don't miss a tingle morsels. Okay? Don't miss a tingle morsels. That was spicy. Okay, buddy. You good? You good? Yeah, you eat the rest of that. Oh, man. It's hot, guys. It's hot. Oh, man, it's that time of the fucking month. Wow. Okay, sorry. Hey, buddy. Yeah, let's read some Bible verses in Skadoosh. We'll play it by ear if I decide to do another live stream later, but for now, we're gonna finish. I had some people tell me they miss watching me cook in my live stream, so that's kind of why I didn't just end the live stream before making dinner. But sometimes I tell myself, which I think is true, it would be healthy for me to not, to just enjoy my meal, without doing it on a live stream or whatever. The only reason why I ever do that is to show off my cooking. I typically don't really like to eat in front of people, I never understood why people like to do these mukbangs, because it's like, what are you gonna do, man? I just sit there and munch, and people, like, who wouldn't get bored of that? But yeah, I think I left something in the other room. I'll be right back. My bad. Sorry. No, but don't know if I'm gonna find my glasses today, but it is what it is. Clean my room sometime. Anyway, we're gonna start reading some verses, and end it after that. It's hot, and I kind of want to rest. Or actually, I want to take my boy for a walk. Got some in my tooth. Okay. So we're going to read one chapter from, since I don't have my reading glasses with me, I'm going to read just one chapter of Proverbs, okay? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Very much appreciated. Proverbs chapter Yeah, you play, buddy. You play. And hopefully that valerian root will kick in by the time we're done here. Okay, chapter. Where did I? I think we might be on chapter 20. Yeah. Wine is a mocker, strong drink a brawler, and whoever is led astray by it is not wise. The dread wrath of a king is like the growling of a lion. He who provokes him to anger forfeits his life. It is an honor for a man to keep aloof from strife, but every fool will be quarreling. The sluggard does not plow in the autumn. He will seek at harvest and have nothing. The purpose of a man's mind is like deep water, but a man of understanding will draw it out. Many a man proclaims his own loyalty, but a faithful man who can find? A righteous man who walks in his integrity, blessed are his sons after him. A king who sits on the throne of judgment winnows all evil from with his eyes. Who can say, I have made my heart clean, I am pure from my sin? Diverse weights and diverse measures are both alike an abomination to the Lord. Even a child makes himself known by his acts, whether what he does is pure and right. The hearing ear and the seeing eye, the Lord has made them both. Love not sleep, lest you come to poverty. Open your eyes, and you will have plenty of bread. It is bad, says the buyer. But when he goes away, then he boasts. There is gold and abundance of costly stones, but the lips of knowledge are a precious jewel. Take a man's garment when he has given surety for a stranger, and hold him in pledge when he gives surety for foreigners. Bread gained by deceit is sweet to a man, but afterward his mouth will be full of gravel. Plans are established by counsel, by wise guidance wage war. He who goes about gossiping reveals secrets. Therefore, do not associate with one who speaks foolishly. If one curses his father or his mother, his lamp will be put out in utter darkness. An inheritance gotten hastily in the beginning will in the end not be blessed. Do not say, I will repay evil. Wait for the Lord, and he will help you. Diverse weights are an abomination to the Lord, and false scales are not good. A man's steps are ordered by the Lord. How then can man understand his way? It is a snare for a man to say rashly, it is holy, and to reflect only after making his vows. A wise king winnows the wicked and drives the wheel over them. The spirit of man is the lamp of the Lord, searching all his innermost parts. Loyalty and faithfulness preserve the king, and his throne is upheld by righteousness. The glory of young men is their strength, but the beauty of old men is their gray hair. Blows that wound cleanse away evil, strokes make clean the innermost parts. All right. I'll only read just 2 more verses, though. Just a verse. Okay, let's see. Always land on that page because I always do that first. Ephesians chapter 1 verse 8, which he okay, verse 7. In him we have redemption through his blood, and forgiveness of our trespasses, according to the riches of his grace, which he lavished upon us. For he has made known to us in all wisdom and insight the mystery of his will, according to his purpose, which he set forth in Christ, as a plan for the fullness of time, to unite all things in him, things in heaven and things on earth. 2 more. Matthew. Matthew chapter 21, verse 22. And whatever you ask in prayer, you will receive if you have faith. One more. Corinthians. Second book of Corinthians, verse 6. Chapter, yeah. The point is this. He who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. Each one must do as he has made up his mind, not reluctantly or under compulsion, for God loves a cheerful giver. Amen. Amen. All right. Whew. Hey, thank you. All right, guys. I'll see you guys later on, okay? We'll play it by ear. All right? Appreciate you. And thank you very much. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you next time, okay? Much love. Bye-bye. Oh, before I go, thank you. Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. Thank you, everyone who's new here. Thank you, Chris Max. Thank you, Dusty. Thank you for the giant donation. I really appreciate it. And we will smell some dirty socks at some point. I guess that's a trend. I'll have to look into that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Chris Max. Thank you to everyone who's enjoying this channel. And I'll see you next time, okay? Bye-bye.